This is a Baytown Media live stream sports presentation. St. John's Caps Minor Hockey Under 11A All-Stars would like to thank the following sponsor: Volkswagen St. John's, Steers Insurance, and New Ground Construction. JW Consulting, Source Energy Atlantic, and RJK Auto Repair. Thank you all for your support of Caps Minor Hockey.
Welcome, Caps Nation! Make some noise as we introduce your U11A St. John's Caps All-Stars. Between the pipes, number 1, Noah O'Brien, and number 31, Simon Russell. On the blue line, number 12, Drew Pike. Number 8, Josh Cheater. Number 4, William Lewis. Number 18, Ben Tizard. Number 3, Henry Nash. And number 2, Vincent O'Reilly Hillier. Up front, number 17, Charlie Martin. Number 9, Ryan Walsh. Number 11, Peyton Pike. Number 10, Max Barnes. Number 14, George Winter. Number 7, Henry White. Number 19, Aiden Brown. Number 15, James Cheater. And number 5, Nate Wilson. Head coach, Steve Barnes. Assistant coaches, Jeremy Cheater, Ryan Brown, Matthew Lewis, and Aaron Walsh. Your U11A St. John's Caps All-Stars. Go Caps!
Good evening, and welcome to Baytown Media's presentation of Caps Minor Hockey Under 11A All-Stars, live from Capital Mitsubishi Center in St. John's. This evening we got the St. John's Caps taking on the CBR Renegades. And we're just seconds away now from puck drop. But we'll get you to have a look at the standings as they sit right now. So after the game last night, St. John's Caps still undefeated, 6 games, 6 wins to 12 points. They're taking on the Renegades tonight, who have 4 points. Pacers, 4 points. Paradise Warriors, 5 points. Mount Pearl Blades, 5 points. And the Northeast Eagles with 6 points. So the Caps having a pretty good start to this season. And we're just about ready to go here at Capital Mitsubishi Center in St. John's. St. John's Caps versus the CBS Renegades. I'll make you famous. And we're just about ready for puck drop here. Birthday wishes going out to Ryan Walsh, who celebrates his birthday today. Puck now down in the CBS end. Puck now kept into the Renegade zone. Caps dumping in behind. Puck behind the net. Rose chasing after it. Cheater. Shot in. Behind the goal. Caps now trying to get it out in front. Oh, that just went wide. And we got an icing call. Puck going all the way back down to the Caps end. Puck on up ice. Fence in front. Battle around the goal. Back into the point. Shot, scores! Goal from the point. Ben Tizard from the point gets that one in. And the Caps take an early 1-0 lead. Shot from the point by Tizard. 8:38 left in the first. Puck coming down ice. Caps on a rush again. Cutting towards the net. Pass out in front. No one there. And puck dumped all the way back to the Renegades end. Peyton Pike in forechecking. Collision there on the boards. Wrap around. And that's kicked aside by Pretty, who's in goal for CBR. Puck up behind the Caps net. Cross in front. Now comes Pike with it. Pike cross-eyed ice speed there. Cheater, great move there. Back over to Pike. Shot, scores! What a great passing play there. And Peyton Pike. 2 goals in the many games as the Caps had a 4-0 victory last night in Mount Pearl. Caps now with a 2-0 lead, 7:29 left in the first period. Puck dumped down to the Caps end. Winter now takes control. Gets stopped up. Back down ice again. Kept in. Dumped down to the Caps end. Brown, great pass across. Brown with it again behind the net. Backhander in front. No one home. Great back checking there by Charlie Martin. Martin back to Brown. Oh, in front. Barnes just missed that one as he cruised to the crease. Barnes still with it now on the backhand. Tries to get in front. White cutting in front. White turns, fires. And Barnes just missed the rebound. Drew Pike now keeping it in the zone. Back down ice. In comes Martin with Brown. Martin with it now on the backhand. Can't get that shot away. Full pass intended for Raleigh Hillier. And now we've got a partial break. Vader shoots it in front. Back to the point. Shot in by the Renegades. That's just wide of the goal. Kept in at the far point, in behind the goal. Puck coming down ice. No icing. Icing waved off as the Renegades go back and pick it up. Renegades trying to get it out of the zone. And now they will. As McCarthy dumps it deep. Caps trying to get it up ice. Here they come in over the line. Walsh, great pass across the cheater. Just off his backhand, and the Renegades turn it back. Caps have played well defensively and getting some great goaltending as well. Only 8 goals scored on them in 6 games. Here comes Cheater. Cheater on the break. Cheater! Oh, and that's kicked aside by Pretty. Great save there by the Renegades goaltender. Peyton Pike in the corner. Trying to get it in front. Gets it in front. What a great save again by Pretty off Cheater's stick. Puck back down ice. Back down ice. Here comes Cheater across for Winter. Wilson now in behind the net. Back to the point. Shot in. Great back checking there by the Caps. Oh, two players colliding down. And CBR will get it down ice. And that's going to be an icing call. We've got 3:15 left in the first. 2-0 St. John's Caps over the Renegades. And face-off going to be down in the Renegades' end. Pretty making some pretty good saves there on that last sequence. Puck into the far corner. Wilson chasing after it. Get there first, but battle for it. In front, rebound. Oh, Brown almost kicked it up to his skate. And puck goes down over the line. Cheater back to get it. Cheater up to Brown. Brown turns it back down ice. That's going to be an icing call against the Caps. And 2:39 left now in the first period. Under 11A. Boys All-Star Hockey. Live from Capital Mitsubishi Center in St. John's. Puck in the feet there. Chance for the Renegades. That's kicked aside. Caps coming out with it now. Here comes Burns, and with speed, White right behind him. White floats that puck in towards the goal. Kept in at the line by O'Reilly, just outside. And the Caps need to tag up and come back out. Renegades now will dump it deep. Down behind the Caps net. Turn back down ice. Can't keep it. Caps coming in. Barnes pulls up. Back to Merton. Merton across to White, just off his stick. Puck to Nash, who keeps it in. Dumped down behind the goal. In front, Lewis picks it up now. Lewis coming in off the point. Cheater cruising in through the crease. Lewis still with it. Over to Cheater. Whoa, and he almost tucked it in there. Some great passing here by the Caps. Back to Cheater. Nice pass in front. Walsh. Oh, the birthday boy almost got that one point blank. Cheater battling again. And away go the Renegades. 51 seconds left in the first. Here comes Peyton Pike over the blue line. Shot. That's kicked aside by Pretty. Here comes Walsh again. Nice pass in front. Cheater. And that's high over the net. Pike chasing after it. Drew Pike on the point. And he keeps it in. Puck back down ice again. Caps turn it back. Here comes Drew Pike in over the line. Drew Pike right to the corner. Back to Winter. Can't get the shot away. And that will do it for the first period. 2-0 at the end of one. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with second period hockey action.
St. John's Caps Minor Hockey Under 11A All-Stars would like to thank the following sponsor. Volkswagen St. John's, Steers Insurance, and New Ground Construction. JW Consulting, Source Energy Atlantic, and RJK Auto Weaving. Thank you all for your support of Caps Minor Hockey.
All right, we're back for second period action. Live at Capital Mitsubishi Center under 11A All-Star Hockey. Puck now picked up by Tizert, one of the goal scorers in the first period. Tizert and Peyton Pike with the goals for the Caps. O'Reilly Hilliard gets that puck up ice. Puck behind the net, centered in front. And it's Caps are celebrating. And that is a goal. 3-0 Caps. Couldn't see it from this vantage point. Couldn't see the goal scorer, but it is 3-0 for the Caps. On a rebound. And the Renegades will dump it down ice behind the goal. Martin is winding up for a rush up ice. Whoa, big hit there behind the boards. Puck in deep in the Renegades' end. And we've got a penalty call. Looks like a cross-checking call. And Barnes going to the box, so the Renegades now will get their first power play. And there you see Simon Russell, who's the starter for the Caps tonight. Not a whole lot of action, but might get something here now. Shot right off the face-off. Lincoln Rose right between the 5-hole. What a shot by Rose. Makes this a 2-goal game, 3-1. The 8:51 power play goal. And the Renegades are on the board right off the face-off. Walsh off to the sideboards. Drew Pike up to Peyton Pike. Peyton Pike from his knees. And the Caps keep it in deep. Chasing after it. In front. Couple of whacks at it there for the Caps. Can't get it in. Caps will keep it in. This Cheater. Over in front. Shot. Oh, and that didn't miss by much. Puck now still up behind Renegades net. In front. And just missed Cheater. Puck dumped deep. And down come the Renegades. Pike picks it up behind the net. Gets it up to Brown, center. Back to Pike again. Pike back to Brown. Over to Winter. In come the Caps again. Long shot. Pass in front. And Caps turn it back. Brown. Long shot. And that's gloved by the Renegades goaltender and held on for a face-off. 3-1, 6:53 left in the second period. Lincoln Rose getting the Renegades on the board with a power play marker. Three to 1, under 11A, All-Star Hockey action live from Capital Mitsubishi Center in St. John's. Caps and Renegades. Caps back-to-back games as they played in Mount Pearl last night. Came away with a 4-0 win. Face off back to the point. Just kept in. Shot there by Eason. And Tizert. And we've got a whistle. We got a face-off right here to the right of Simon Russell. Martin to take the face-off for the Caps. Caps win the face-off. Back behind the net. O'Reilly Hillier picks it up. Gets it up ice. And it goes Martin. Puck still kept in the zone. Shot scores! Right at the side of the goal. And the Caps now with a 4-1 lead as it looks like Barnes got that one. So goaltending change for the Renegades. Purdy is out, Max Aday is in. Puck now in the neutral zone. Dumped down behind the CBR goal. Puck now back to the point. Kept in there at the point by Nash. And dumped all the way back down the ice. And that's going to be an icing call. Face-off going down to the Renegades end with 5:35 left in the second period. 4-1, St. John's Caps. 3:09 left in the second period. 5-1 Caps. Last goal scored by Max Barnes. And that gives him 2 on the night. Duffy trying to get in the zone with it, but Martin takes it away and heads back down ice with some speed. Chance in. That just missed wide. Puck dumped down. Lewis chasing after it. Kept in at the line by Taylor. Taylor whips it around the boards. We got some pushing and shoving in behind the goal. Out comes Barnes, who's having the game this evening. In front, that's covered up by a day, and no rebound there. 2:01 left in the second period. 5-1, St. John's Caps leading the Renegades late in the second period. Under 11A All-Star Hockey live from Capital Mitsubishi Center. Face-off now in the Renegades end. Back to the point. Pike lines it up, shoots, kicked aside by a day. Puck coming down ice. Cheater now puts it up to his brother. And offsides there is the call. 1:38 left in the second period. Face off now just outside the Renegades blue line. Peyton Pike takes it in over the line. We got a foot race for a breakaway. Shot saved by O'Brien. Big save there. No O'Brien. Pike now picks it up on the far boards. He's trying to get it out of zone. Pike and Hayter. Shot in. And O'Brien has it and covers up. No rebound. And we're going to change up. We're going to have a face-off in the Caps end. Big save there by O'Brien on the break. Caps take that face-off as Winter hauls it back into his own zone. Renegades now behind the net. Renegades rolls, fires, big save by O'Brien. Puck back down through the middle. Foot race. Behind the net, Caps pick it up behind the net, centering pass. Caps keep it in. Shot and covered up by a day. 30 seconds left in the second period. 5-1 Caps. O'Brien with a big save there on that last breakaway. And face off now deep in the Renegades end. Puck down behind. Puck now just over center. Renegades back in, shot, and that was just wide. Puck in the corner. Body's battling for it. You can't see it on camera, but don't have the vantage point of that near corner. And there's a horn for the end of the second. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back for third period action. Caps and Renegades. And there's the face-off to start the third period. Here comes Martin over the line. That's taken away. Down ice. Renegades chasing after it. Puck behind the net. Centered. Back down ice. Here comes White. White with a long shot, and that deflects into the corner. Martin to Barnes. Barnes to White. Some great passing here by the Caps. Byrne dumps it deep for the Renegades. Picked up behind the Caps goal. Caps coming out with it. Here's Peyton Pike in over the line, all by himself. Cheater now with it. Back over to Pike. Oh, what a pass and play. And Cheater couldn't put it in. Puck still sitting in the crease. Peyton Pike picks it up. Back to Drew Pike. And out over the line as Cheater's back to get it. Cross ice feed over to James Cheater. Peyton Pike. Puck in behind the goal, and out come the Renegades. Winter. Down ice. Behind the Caps net. Caps trying to get it out. And will do. As Walsh, birthday boy, crashing in. Oh, save. Full follow-up off the crossbar by Peyton Pike. Couple great chances there for the Caps. Puck now behind the net. Renegades trying to get it out. Dumpy backhands it to the point. Drew Pike will dump it back in. Offsides. Caps now back in after it. Back over to Tizard, who dumps it in. And out go the Renegades now. Murphy. Finn Murphy, cross ice pass. That's broken up. Lead pass. Chance air, shot. Whoa, and that was wide by Walsh. Puck gone back up the outside. Renegades keep it in. Canes with a long shot, and that just floats over top of the net. Whoa, rebound. And that squirts out. Caps bring it back down ice. Aiden Brown in over the line, stops up. Trying to get that pass across. That's broken up. Chance here off the back wall. Shot in, rebound. And it's covered up by O'Brien. Chance here for the Renegades with 6:31 left in the third period. A 5-1 lead for the St. John's Caps. Face off now coming to the right of O'Brien. Renegades win that face off. Caps take it away. Up ice. Barnes now with it in the middle, looking for the Hattie. Barnes out wide. Barnes with it again, feet in front, intended for White. Just missed him. Hayter back down ice. White dumps it down to the Renegades in. McCarthy and Pike collide. Excuse me. Renegades behind the net. Picked up on the far point by Cheater, and he floats that in, and that's covered up by a Dave. And we'll get a face off in the Renegades in. We got 5:39 left in the third period. Face off, taken by the Caps. Back to the point. Cheater dumps it in to his brother James. Out in front. Walsh was looking for that one. Walsh chasing it in the corner. Walsh turns it back in. Back up ice. Peyton Pike dumps it in. Keeps it in the zone. Drew Pike on the near point trying to keep it in. Just squirts out. Gets the pass back up to Walsh. Walsh goes out wide. Walsh behind the net. Walsh out to Cheater. Shot from the point. Deflects around. And out comes Buck. Back down ice. Puck now up. Peyton Pike has it. Tries to cut in. Still with it. Peyton Pike. And O'Reilly Hilliard gets it outside the line. He'll dump it back in. 4:20 left in the third. Passing in front. Winter in front from Wilson. O'Reilly Hilliard keeps it in the zone. And the Renegades still can't clear. Kept in by Brown now with a couple moves. Brown out wide. In front. Oh, just over Wilson's stick. Tizert wraps it in around the boards. And puck dumped down the ice. And it's going to go right to O'Brien. No icing. And the Caps will dump it down. And icing waved off there. Smart back to get it for the Renegades. Great forecheck in there by the Caps. Around the boards. Dunphy trying to get it out. Murphy now behind his own net. Number 9. Cruising up the line. Stopped up there by Tizert. Back come the Caps again. Brown. Brown with a move. Puts it in front. Martin banging away. And covered up by a day. Some push and shoving there in front of the goal. And we'll have a face-off in the Renegade zone with 3:03 left. 5-1, St. John's Caps leading. Under 11A All-Star Hockey. Nash at the point. Shoots it in, deflects. Puck bouncing around. Burns looking to tuck it in. Got some pushing and shoving over on the far side. Martin now to take the face off for the Caps. Back to Nash on the point. Nash with a shot in. Right on the stick of a day, and he will cover up for the face off. Max a day seen some rubber here in the past couple of minutes. Back over to Nash again. Tries to get it in. And the Renegades get it down ice. Back come the Caps again. Burns out wide. Burns looking for some help in front. Oh, just over Martin's stick. Puck outside the line. And Nash will dump it back down behind the Renegades end. 2:21 left in the third. Nash keeps it in there at the line and dumps it in behind the net. Barnes with it. Back to the point, Lewis. Lewis wraps it around the boards. White chasing after it. Lewis with it again on the boards. He's getting pressured. Renegades now just out over the line. Nash will dump it down. Barnes will chase after it. Well, lose it on the far boards. Peyton Pike with it now. Caps go back in their own end, regroup. Kept in there at the line. Shot in. Blocked in front. Turn back down ice. In front, and that's covered up by O'Brien. 1:13 left in the third period. Under 11A All-Star action live from Capital Mitsubishi Center in St. John's. Chanceres, it just goes past the crease. Caps coming in with it now. Cheater dumps it back into Peyton Pike behind the goal. And away go the Renegades. Chanceres shot. Oh, and that was over the goal. Caps now taken back down ice. Cheater with a move, tries to get it to Peyton Pike. And the Renegades now coming out of the zone with some speed. 16 seconds left. Shot in, and that's gloved by O'Brien, and he'll hold on for a face-off. 12.3 seconds left in the third. Thank you all for joining the Baytown Media live stream presentation of Caps Minor Hockey. Battle in the corner for it. I think every player's there. And that will do it as the horn sounds. Some push and shoving here to end this game. And that will do it. The final, Caps 5, Renegades 1. As the Caps undefeated so far this year. Thank you all for joining in. And we'll see you Saturday when the Caps take on CBR in CBS.
This is a Baytown Media live stream sports presentation.